Here's the deal. This podcast is going to be edited on Final Cut Pro, not 10, but 11, because that's out now. That's great. Yeah, we'll do the sound effects. Yay! Now, here's the thing. You know what? I'm not going to do it because I have been reading the comments lately. I'm glad you're cheering, Sam. I'm going to cheer with you. We have been reading the comments together. We sit here every week before the show and we read every single comment, and then we cry. Don't you wonder why it looks like I was crying before the show? It's because of you. It's because of you. You guys don't like that we're complaining about Apple lately. Some of you say we should just make a podcast about other things that we like instead of making one about stuff we don't like. And that sounds like a really clever idea, but that's not how it works. We love Apple. And it just so happens that not everything they do is great. And you know what, Sam? I was going to talk about Final Cut Pro 11 right now, and I had some thoughts. I was going to say them, but I don't want to get in trouble. I'm going to let you say them.
Yeah, dude. The new Final Cut Pro is
positive.
dog shit. It's fucking dog shit. Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't say that in the first part. I mean, it's freaking dog, dude. It's freaking dog.
Why? Why is it dog?
Apple... Listen, I was so okay, this sounds dumb. I'm going to tell the story of that day. I was so excited. I actually waited. I was refreshing Newsroom every couple minutes because I was so excited for this new version of Final Cut. Like, this is a real story. It is the software that I probably spend more time in every year than anything else I use. And
best $200 of my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, 300, but 200 if you bought with the education discount, which is even crazier because you can do that.
I didn't do that. I bought it for the regular price.
For sure. You didn't airdrop it from a Mac on an Apple store because apparently you can airdrop Final Cut Pro from a Mac on an Apple store and get it for free. But I've never heard of that ever. My point that I'm trying to make here is that I was really excited. That's real. My point that I'm trying to make is that I was very excited to try this.
Okay.
And then it came out and I was like, all right, let's try it. The big thing for me, I make a lot of short form content, so I have to do captioning. And the main reason I pay for Adobe is because they have a great AI caption transcription, and then you edit the captions.
You're using Premiere?
Yeah, for all my, no, just for the captions. I do the entire edit in Final Cut, and then I overlay the captions on the video file. What a
nightmare! Have you heard of Captionator? The plugin for Final Cut?
What? What is that?
It's a plugin for Final Cut called Captionator. It does exactly what you're going to do in Premiere, but you don't have to pay for Premiere because it's in Final Cut already.
Why did nobody tell me? What?
You should look up Captionator, Sam. It's
All right, I'll make a note.
Yeah, Captionator. I think that's the name of it. I could be wrong.
Okay, well, that could just change my whole life. Anyway, I was very excited because Apple announced we're starting off with the creator stuff. We have some other interesting things to talk about. We're going to talk about my weird M4 MacBook. The Apple Store be doing some weird stuff. I'm not trying to be negative, but they've been doing some weird stuff. Like, even to me personally, I felt kind of targeted. I'll say it. Okay. But anyway, I tried the new caption tool.
And?
Dog, it's terrible. Like, it's mostly accurate, which that's the bare minimum. You can't customize them. It just puts a black or a white background behind it. And you can't adjust how many words per caption. It just does 8 words this big on the screen. And that's the only option.
What?
That's what I said. I was like, they called it version 11. So I was expecting okay, obviously Adobe's had this for almost 2 years now. It probably wouldn't be that hard to build it into Apple's own software. This is going to be so good. I can't wait to stop paying for Adobe. And then I tried it and yeah, it's really bad. It's unusable. I don't know who would be using that because it's like an AI long form caption generator, but I don't know who is saying I need to create long form captions?
And especially captions that you can't
you
control the look of
you can change the actually I don't even know if you can change the font. There's no customization, dude.
Jesus. I was so I saw I think it was a Mac Rumors, not an article, but a tweet or an X post that said Apple likely announcing Final Cut Pro 11 tomorrow. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir, what? And I was excited, couldn't sleep that night. I was excited for, okay, I love every Final Cut Pro update, but this has a whole new number? That's
it's
pretty
got to
cool.
be crazy. Yeah, they have, dude. Version 10 came out in what, like 2010, 2012?
Oh god.
Let me see. Final Cut Pro.
So 12 years later?
Pro X release. I don't remember it. Dude, it came out in 2011. Was Final Cut Pro 10.
Wow. Okay, so it was time. The next day, it did happen. A little bit later in the day for some reason,
Yeah,
and
like 4 p.m.
I saw I got a notification on my phone because I have notifications turned on for Apple's YouTube channel, and it was the Final Cut Pro 11 like trailer thing. I click it, I watch it. I'm like, okay, yeah, pretty cool. And then I get a tweet that someone tweeted me. Sorry, I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name. They tweeted me was like, John could have used this last month, like when we made our event video, because there's like a masking feature, like almost like a
magnetic mask. Here, I'll pull it up. I'm not.
It's I love how they had to name it that way. It's rotoscoping, but they had to name it fucky.
I like it. I like the name.
It is. I pay for a lot of plugins that do things that you would hope Apple implemented themselves. This is one of the things that I was paying for. I was like, wow, it'd be really cool if Apple, like, it's native. That's so dope. Turns out it's not good.
So I haven't tried this one. It's not good?
It's, yeah, man. It's like, even in their promo video for it, you can see it fail. Like, it's not working great, even in their promo that they released to the world. And here's the thing. Final Cut, this is a good example. I use I think it's like a $200 or $300 chroma key plugin for Final Cut. So like that's what takes the green out of the green screen part and puts you places. But Final Cut also has a keying, what would you call it, effect that you could put in, like a default keying effect that you could use, and it's all right. Like it is all if that's, it's better than not having it at all, as you know, as a default in Final Cut. And for the people that just buy Final Cut and depend on everything being native to Final Cut and they don't experiment, they don't buy third-party plugins, that's not what they're into, having something like that is pretty good. And the keying effect, obviously it's not going to be as good as one that costs significant my keying effect almost costs as much as Final Cut does. So it's like, of course, I don't expect it to be as good. But the magnetic mask thing it's worse than that. It's like, I guess if you have no other way to rotoscope or do anything like that, maybe it just isn't solid. The good news is that it's there now, and that can be updated over time. So that's super cool. Like if that is a reliable native feature in Final Cut over some time, that's really, really cool. I see what they're trying to do. They're definitely, like, this is definitely the AI update. But it's not,
Okay, I just tried the feature because I had not tried it, and I downloaded random B-roll off the internet. And we're going to show the result. Okay, you ready?
Perfect. Let's do it.
Oh, wait, it says I can't show my screen because I haven't done the permissions, and it's going to make me quit.
Oh,
if
sweet.
I do that. So never mind. You guys, just you wait.
Can you describe it?
Yeah, let me watch it back and I'll describe it. Okay, I am going to... It looks okay. Like it looks... but this one was literally something on a background. So like...
I mean, that's what it's for.
I mean, like on a plain background. So it was kind of the easiest example.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I would say, like, if you are just making TikToks, it's pretty solid for that. Like, I think TikToks and stuff, that's a bit more forgiving, and the form factor is a bit more The
edges are really wiggly.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, if it's a simple piece of content, that
this is like the simplest example, and it's even.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like Apple's shipping AI stuff just to be like, look, we do AI, and then it's
They
like,
are. You nailed it right there. You said it.
But that's
you
weird.
said the quiet part out loud.
They've never done that before. So why are they doing what? Timmy, did you see the? We didn't even talk about this. There was a crazy, interesting Tim Cook interview.
The Wall
other
Street
day.
Journal thing?
Yeah. Did you see?
I didn't see all of it.
Oh my God. Let me try to get the article. Hold on. You have to sign in. Sorry, Wall Street Journal.
Let me know and I'll cut to your screen. By the way, for audio listeners.
Oh, no, we're not in. It didn't work.
Sweet. For audio listeners, youtube.com/geniusbar to get the video version. I feel like we haven't said that in a while. So, yeah, if you didn't know, there is a video version of the show where you can see us. And I don't know if that's better or worse, seeing us.
I can't get the article because we're blocked out. So
sweet.
Cool. Thank you.
Love
Wall Street
modern.
Journal.
I love modern.
Love
media.
that. Even tried like a workaround that usually works, and it did not work. So,
cool.
Anyway,
awesome.
there were two things in this interview that
the
I found very
video's on
fascinating.
YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, but the video is cut up of the full thing you can read on the website. Or maybe somebody on Reddit. Do you think they posted the article on Reddit?
Reddit always comes through for
article
me.
Contents 1 of 2. Thank God. Thank you. Just Wall Street Journal. This is what we have to do to. Could you imagine if we had the audacity to want people to watch our YouTube videos and be like, so you need to find a thread on Reddit to watch the video.
You can't watch it. You have to just read what we said.
Or you have to pay us $200-something a year. That's crazy, bro.
That's really the next merch drop. Is just the
Yeah.
podcast goes away and goes behind a paywall.
I mean, listen, I get journalists need to get paid, but like I'm also a journalist and I found a way to monetize my audience, so whatever. But
Yeah,
you're
Wall
not
Street
news, you're an
Journal.
influencer. Fair enough, King. Okay. So Cook talked about Vision Pro and how basically he was like, he just said it's not like a mainstream product right now. Like he just said that, which is really wild. Sorry, it's very hard to navigate this in a Reddit thread. Here we go. At $3,500, it's not a mass market product. Right now, it's an early adopter product. People will want to have tomorrow's technology today. That's who it's for. Fortunately, there's enough people who are in that camp that it's exciting. So that's weird for him to just be like, yeah, it's not selling crazy. Like he's never really said that before.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked by. But the other thing, and this is what got me on this tangent. It was him talking about how he replies to customer emails and he sees every email that people send him, which I wonder if that's true. If I sent Tim Cook an email at tcook@apple.com and said, can I please come to Apple event?
Not
I don't
you.
think he would see that email.
No, he wouldn't reply to
I think
you.
I'm blocked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes straight to spam if it comes from your name. Any Apple Track email is just gone.
Yeah. So he then talks about how Apple Intelligence, he calls it game changing. Like I got to find this quote from him because it was insane. Oh, it is profoundly different.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's not out.
This is the quote. This is what I was looking for. He puts Apple Intelligence in the same pantheon of innovation breakthrough as the iPod's click wheel and the iPhone's touch interface. Quote, I think we'll look back at it and it will be one of these air pockets that happen to get you on a different technology curve. Tim, have you actually used Apple Intelligence? Do you realize the features aren't out yet, my guy?
You know what? If Tim responds to emails, someone email this to him. Tim, buddy, you're my favorite. I made a whole documentary about you being my favorite. I really said some really cool. I gassed you up so hard.
Yeah, you really did.
The hardest of gases. But here's what's happening. You're saying nonsense, and you're releasing nonsense, and you know who doesn't have to deal with that? You. You know who does have to deal with that? Us. We're getting yelled at every week by our own audience who has turned against us because we are sad about you. You do bad things. We react to the bad things. We bad guy somehow. So if you could just do us a favor.
Guys. We're like bottom feeders, to be honest.
If you could just do us a favor and like try.
Yeah, try
really
on the
cool.
software side. I decided this week I'm gonna make a video about Apple Intelligence soon because it is not. I thought it would be more transformative. I kind of fell into the marketing, and I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be like really good," and then it's just not very good or useful. And
follow-up question. Would you be saying the same thing if they actually delivered on that marketing?
Honestly, I mean, even the new emoji. Here's the problem. I've tried the new ChatGPT Siri. I was really excited for that. But the problem is it mixes Apple's own Siri database with ChatGPT. So you have to like engineer really specific voice prompts for the new Siri that uses ChatGPT to go to ChatGPT. So, for example, if you just ask, how long do I cook meatballs? It's going to pull up some dog, allrecipes.com. You should cook meatballs for 40 minutes, where it's like, well, how big are my meatballs? And then even if you say like,
my meatballs?
How big are my balls? And it's just really, it seems really bad at that. For other contexts, again, it's pulling from like Apple's library because they still want to be the first source, and then it outsources to ChatGPT if it doesn't notice. I just want, at this point, Apple has not proven that they deserve to be the voice assistant on my phone. I just want to be able to outsource every request other than like reminders and calendar to ChatGPT.
I just want to know what the disconnect is between what they showed us and promised at Dub, because all of that, I was sold on that.
Well, I think
just what happened between that moment and right now.
The problem is it was mainly marketing. I feel like someone needs to put the like Larry David after.
I forget what. Oh, I think it was my Vision Pro video, not the one that I was wrong, the one that I was right the first time. Like the one right after Dub. So after our Genius Bar Goes Dark event, my first video back home, I said something like, "Apple is not a technology company; they're a marketing company," and everyone shit on that statement. But that is when I think back at Apple 2024. I'm only going to think of the marketing that happened to me.
Yeah,
upon me.
And all their Apple Intelligence ads are just weird. I watched a really good video I was actually shocked to see this level of criticism from CNET, but they did a full-on, what did they call the video? They called it Apple Intelligence is for the Stupid Ones.
Holy shit.
And it's just Bridget for 6 minutes lighting Apple. Like, you can just tell from her, like, demeanor. You can just tell watching that, no audio. She is pissed, dude. How do you piss off this woman that's been doing the CNET for, like, 50 years?
50 years, huh? Impressive.
She looks great for 50. I hope I look that good at 50. But, like, she basically points out that all of these ads are just, like, weird lazy people ads. Like, hey, I didn't do the bare minimum of being a human, and then Apple Intelligence is my savior. And I never really thought about it that way, but she nailed this take on the head. Like, just as much I was ragging on Wall Street Journal, this was the most incredible piece I've seen from CNET in a while. Like, it was a really good opinion piece. I was very impressed by just the argument that she laid out. And I watched it, and I have not watched a CNET video since I think 2013. And the fact that I sat through this entire 6-minute video, it was incredible. And she makes a really good point. Like, you can come back to me now because you'll get the gist. But I mean, for example, the writing tools. I was like, oh, I should try one of these the other day. I guess I have it on my M4 Mac, so I can do it right here because hello, Apple Intelligence. So I'm going to write, you talk to them. I'm going to write a short paragraph about a message to you saying I don't want to be in business anymore, okay?
What the fuck is that?
Sorry about that. That's the rules.
You can't just, okay. Well, first of all, I've already said AI is going to kill us all. That's already written. That's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but that's what's going to develop here. In the meantime, though, I'm very worried about what this generation, maybe not kids in high school 5 years or 10 years from now, but the kids that are in high school right now, I'm worried about what it's going to look like for them. Like for my generation is a pretty good example of, I feel like my generation was the beginning of like people being able to hack math in school. Like we didn't have to learn math anymore because phones started to kick up and like being able to use calculators was more easily accessible. Even in my school, they would not let us use calculators to try to force us to learn how to do the math. And then by forcing us to not be able to use calculators, we just started using our phones instead. So that's why like a lot of people in my generation can't fucking do math. Can't do it. It's because we were aided along the way, and it stopped us from actually doing the learning part. And now the same thing is going to be happening for writing, and it's kind of tragic. It's like, when's the last time you saw someone writing in cursive or trying to teach a kid how to write in cursive? They don't even teach cursive in schools anymore. Now they're not even going to teach proper sentences because what's the point? You can just AI your way out of it. And it just feels super weird that Apple and Tim in particular seem to be panicking, and I feel like I've never seen them off kilter or off balance before, where it just feels like they have to participate, so they're just spitting stuff out, even if they're not confident in it, or even if it's not the way they would want it to be. I think if Apple had their way, there wouldn't be any of this stuff in there. There wouldn't be generative AI, there wouldn't be Apple Intelligence, nothing like that would exist. They would just keep using AI in very controlled environments like they had in the Photos app and stuff like that, machine learning in the Apple Watch. This is like next level panic, and I just don't see this being a period that we're going to look back on and go, yeah, Apple was really killing it at that time. And I know people are going to be upset about us being negative right now, but when times are good, when things are really going good and Apple is crushing it and we're on the show cheering and we're happy and unboxing products and we're having a lot of fun, those are only really, really good because we sat all together as a family and got through the bad. And that is what's happening right now.
So I just tried to use the new writing tool feature. I wrote you a very stern note about why I want to leave the company. And I'm trying to rewrite it. I'll read you both versions. But
you're going to read them. Great.
I just keep getting Apple Intelligence is not supported for this type of content, so it's not even working. So I was like, maybe it's the single word. I put one F-bomb in there. So I was like, let's take out the F-bomb. Nope, still doesn't work. It can,
Why
I guess,
is there an
detect.
F-bomb in your resignation?
So let me read the message of what I was trying to do, which I don't even think, like, it should be able to rewrite this. I put, Dear John, you've been driving me effing nuts lately. I'm so tired of how you're acting, and it's beyond immature. You are not a real man. You are a boy with a lost sense of self, and you need to go back to the drawing board for you more than anything else. I can't do this anymore, and I want out. Give the other 50% of genius to Luke or something, because my sanity is worth more than the billions we make off of the podcast. Not wishing you the best, Sam.
That is tragic. I imagine just that clip gets out. No context. Like, that's terrible.
Like,
oh my God.
How can it not rewrite
feelings.
that? Like, that's a stern note, but I could see somebody replying to like okay, let me try to soften it up.
Soften it
Your behavior has been erratic and challenging lately, and why can it not? I thought the whole point was I don't have to do the rewriting, and now I'm doing the rewriting?
Apple Intelligence.
Now I'm getting more mad.
Well, I can get us out of this hole. I can do it. But I need your help, Sam.
Okay.
I have a question. It's not related to Apple Intelligence, in fact. Instead, it's related to a certain. Oh, you wrote that note in the Genius Bar notes, so I can actually read it. Good. There's a couple versions in there. I'm so happy about this.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your. In the notes, it says your insane M4 MacBook return.
This is the weirdest thing that may have ever happened to me in an Apple store. And I've had some weird stuff happen to me in Apple stores.
Yeah.
So, I bought two versions of the same MacBook, one in silver, one in space black.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure which version I wanted.
Oh, when we were done recording Genius Bar, that was
last week.
Okay.
So last Monday after we recorded, I was like, oh, I live right by an Apple store. I'm going to go to the Apple store. And just so everybody is clear, I didn't open the one that I returned because I was like, I'm not going to open. Like, basically, I just got the two. I was like, which one do I want? I wanted to have one on release day. They had two separate release dates when I had ordered them. So I was just like, whichever one gets first, I'll probably do. They ended up coming on the same day. And then I said, I'm going to go with silver instead of space black. Okay. So inbox, sealed, space black MacBook Pro. Like, they could literally put it back on the shelf immediately. I go to the Apple store and, it's busy there tonight, whatever. So first of all, I will say I've noticed the wait times at the Apple store. God, it does sound like we've been doing this too long. I'm not trying to be this negative, but these are all genuinely things that I've noticed that are just coming out coincidentally.
I mean, what do they want us to do? Just lie?
I think they do. Actually, the Apple Store is perfect.
I think they do.
I love Apple. That's the only way we're getting invited to the next event. But, I share this as a real customer because the people that get the products early are completely disconnected from the actual retail experience. They send everything early. Like, they might go into stores sometimes, but they're not going in every single launch like we are. So anyway, go in. Notice it takes a while. Whatever. I'm always patient. I'm never going to be, it's whatever. People get busy. I understand. It's life. So finally somebody helps me. He's like, hey man, what are you here for? I'm like, oh, just returning a MacBook. And then I forgot I was actually picking up my new one at the store. So I was bringing the sealed one back and then picking up the new one that I bought. Okay. He's like, cool, got the new one. And then he's like, what are we doing with the second one? I'm like, oh, I just want to return this one. And he's like, did you open it? I was like, nope, still sealed. He's like, cool. So I watch him go into the app and he's like, he looks confused. Usually a return takes 3 minutes. They just take out of the box, make sure the product's there if it's open and whatever. But mine was sealed, right? So it was like,
so no need.
Every time I brought back a sealed product, which is 90% of the products I return now, I just have bought them in case I needed them. And I'm like, oh, I don't need you. I'm going to return you. I haven't opened it. And usually they just look at the box and, okay, cool, return money back. Here's your receipt. This guy's like, oh, it's not working for some reason. He like flips it around again. He's like, and you didn't open it, right? I'm like, no.
What's not working? The return's not working?
Yeah. And I look on his phone. I look over his shoulder. And every time he's putting open box like closed, which means basically they hit open or closed so that the inventory people know whether or not they need to, I guess, like inspect it fully or just put it back in supply. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, it's not working. Let me go ask my manager. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And again, I'm like, man, this is stupid, but I'm like, the parking meter just keeps going up in my head. Like I was expecting a 15-minute trip to the Apple store. And now I'm like, oh, like the parking at some of these LA malls is crazy. So I was like, all right, listen, I can afford another $3 of parking. I'm just, whatever, cool. Comes back, he's like, so we got to open it. And I was like, what? He goes, I just talked to somebody and yeah, the app's making us open it. What? I go, bud, it's a sealed product. I got it today in the mail and I'm returning it. Like I brought it. I didn't open it specifically because I bought this MacBook and I didn't open it so you could put it back on the shelf. Like I didn't want to open it, and waste, because I don't know what Apple does with the used products. I assume they just go to the refurbished store, but it's like if I was trying to be responsible here, and he's like, oh, let me keep like messing around in the app. And every time I see this pop up, it says like product must be inspected. So in the Apple store, I watch him tear the tabs off the MacBook. He pulls it out and he's like, oh yeah, it's sealed. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, what do you mean? You can see my customer history. Like I don't return boxes of rocks that I've resealed. So I'm wondering if maybe our Apple store is getting finessed out of product. Like, do you think people are resealing them and putting rocks inside?
How do you reseal it? What does that
I've
process look
seen-
like?
I don't listen. I don't know. I'm not a scammer. That's not what I do. But it was funny. Even when he was peeling the seal off, even he had his hand on his heart. He was like, "This hurts to do, to just open it up to return." And yeah, sure enough, he opened it. Laptop had never been turned on. Shocker, because I hadn't done it. But it was the weirdest thing that had ever happened. It made the return last like 3 times as long. And I was wondering if they're doing this to other people too, or I don't. It was very odd.
So odd.
But also, I've never like committed fraud, so I don't know. It's not like I had a flag on my account. I've never returned.
I was gonna say, is it because it's your name? Like,
dude, I don't know.
I know in St. Louis you were frowned upon in a couple of them.
One of the managers in St. Louis didn't like me. Par for the course, whatever.
But
yeah, it was very weird.
It's been returned and fine now.
Yeah, I got my money back. It was just weird, and now I'm just saying, like, they cost themselves money with that by opening it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
unless they 100%. Can reseal it in the back.
That's not
maybe?
A new product. That's the difference between just putting it back on the shelf or not.
So yeah, I don't know. I've also heard people over the years, and I've never believed this, but people would say that the return products like sometimes get trashed, I think, and they don't even like refurbish or sell them.
What the hell?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if any of this is verifiable or true, but it was just very weird that they made me open it, and I'm
sure there are people that work at Apple that could let us know in the comments.
Yeah, Apple employees in the comments. Why did we have to burn a MacBook to just like it was sealed, man?
It's
funny.
Know,
it's very weird.
It's funny that you have a return story because I also have a return story.
Oh, I'd love to hear this. Tell me a story, Zaddy.
The iPad mini that I had sitting, waiting to like whenever I decided I was going to return it.
Yeah.
To be clear, I ordered a blue one from the Apple store, like in the app, but the space gray, space black, what color was that I had? Space gray, one of those?
They don't use space gray anymore, I don't think. Midnight.
Space black. No, it wasn't midnight. It's the new iPad mini, the A17.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Is it really?
Wait, it is space. Wait, they do space gray still? What? Since when
it was
do they do space gray?
I knew it was space gray. Anyway, that was not sealed, obviously.
Yeah, because you used it.
That one I got it at Target because they had them available, like, for me to get.
Okay.
So I take it into Target.
Okay.
Go up to the customer service. The first sign of bad is that there are basically children working. It's later at night. It might be 8, 9 p.m. when I walked in, so it's not the adults have left at this stage.
Okay.
And it's just there's a guy at the counter. There's no one else there, so it's just me and him. I say, "Hey, I got a weird one for you. I have this iPad that I need to return. It wasn't technically like really used. It's open, but it wasn't. It's wiped now, and like you can just whatever." So I give him my receipt. He takes the receipt. Yep, all good. He goes, "Do you have the card that you purchased it with?" Yep, got that. Take my Capital One out. He takes it, scans it. He's like, "Yep, you bought this. So far, so good."
Yeah, that's usually how you're really just describing a return right now.
Yeah, so far,
this is
so
riveting
good.
Content only on
and then he goes with this. For audio listeners, he's got the scanner gun and he's holding the iPad in the other hand. He goes boop, and he scans the barcode. And he goes, "Oh, that's weird. Can you put your card back in? We had to do I think I scanned the wrong barcode." Okay, put my card back in. Do it again. Boop. That's really weird. Let me cancel this out and start over. Okay. He's not telling me what the weird part is yet. Put my card in, do all that stuff. He enters the receipt stuff, and he goes, "Whoop, didn't mean to hit my microphone." Boop. That's the scanner. And he goes, "That's super weird. You're sure this is the same iPad?" I was like, not to sound weird, but I have it on video. Like, I have me opening this iPad from this box. Yes. Turned out, for some reason, this serial number from my receipt was different than the serial number on the box.
What?
And so he calls his manager up. Manager comes over. She does the scan thing, and she's like, yeah, doesn't match. And I'm at a loss for words because I'm like, okay, this sounds like a you problem. Gonna be real. I bought it back there. Same store. You want to take it back there? Maybe they have like information on it. The serial number on Apple products starts with an S. The serial number in their system didn't have an S. So the serial number matched other than the first character, which was an S. So they wouldn't take it back. They would not. They literally looked at me like someone blinded them with a strobe light, and they go, nothing we could do, sir.
Wait, what?
Yeah! And it gets better. It gets so much better. After I'm like...
This is a way better story, by the way. Than
No. After I'm flabbergasted,
yeah.
I'm at Target, man, and I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I'm here. Might as well get ice cream, naturally. So I go and I get Halo. I get 2 things of Halo Top. I get 2 things of Halo Top, and this is not important to the story, but I also got pistachios.
2-pint Prosser. He lives.
Yeah, he's alive. I got pistachios.
Whack choice, but
you're whack. And 2 pints of Halo Top. Might be 3. The details there aren't important. A birthday cake Halo Top, if anyone's wondering.
Really good, yeah.
It's crazy. It's 300 calories, and the second it goes in your mouth, it feels like you did something bad. And it's awesome. So, keep in mind, this whole time I'm carrying around this iPad.
Okay.
And I did not expect to get 2 things of ice cream and pistachios. I just expected to get 1 pint of ice cream. So now I've got my hands full with a box, 2 pints, and pistachios because I didn't get a card or anything.
Oh, no, I know where this is going.
I go to the self-checkout. I set the iPad down, boop, right on the ground, right on the side thing. I scan my pistachios, fucking $4 or something. My Halo Top, $5 each, every time. Pay, get my receipt, pick up my iPad, walking out, get swarmed.
Wait, what do you mean?
They thought I was stealing the iPad. They thought I was stealing, and I didn't have the receipt because I gave it to the people at the desk.
So wait, what do you mean swarmed? What happens? So you're walking out of the store, what happens?
Employees, as I get to the door, so the sliding doors, before I'm there, I'm not out the door, right before the door, people come up to me, like 4 people from the sides. Like they had to be watching me on the camera walk around the store with a fucking iPad, or maybe the self-checkout camera. I don't know. But they come up and they want to investigate the iPad.
What?
And I'm like, I didn't steal it. In fact, I was trying to give it back to you. And they didn't believe me. And I'm looking over because the door's not far from customer service.
Yeah.
And that fucking dude is leaving me hanging. I'm like here. I'm here. I'm getting yelled at about an iPad. I'm stealing it.
What?
And this guy's just like, I don't know. And so I literally asked them, can you go over there and ask him? Because that's who I talked to. That's who I tried to return this to. He can confirm it. So they did. They go over there, and thank my lucky stars he confirmed it. He could have really fucked me there, I'm sure. But he did.
What?
And I got to leave, and that, but I still have an iPad. And I didn't get in trouble for stealing it, because turns out I didn't steal it. Fun fact, part of the story. Did not steal it. And I'm stuck with the iPad mini that gets hot.
I need to know the details. So you're walking out, like what do they say? Are they like, sir, you can't take, like, what did they say?
They said, sir, is this your iPad? And I was like, I was trying to return it. Like they thought at first I thought maybe they were concerned that I forgot to scan it. Because they saw me sit it down. Like I think the bags are over on the right, and then there's like a place to put products on the left, and I just set it down there. And I think at first they thought I just like forgot to pick it up and scan it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it escalated.
That's crazy.
And
dude.
I just okay, I'm not going to say the location, but those Target employees, if somehow you see this and their security cam footage, it would be awesome content.
Oh, my God.
It would be so good
Dude,
for this podcast. Please deliver
that would
it.
be so
John at
good.
frontpagetech.com. If you got it, just send it our way. It will just be beautiful. Sam, I wish I had the footage now because that would have made this. That would have been the icing on the cake.
I know. That would have been so good.
I still have I still have my iPad.
So wait. Even though you described so it was clearly like a serial number error in their system.
Yeah.
It was just missing. So it was literally the same except for the first letter.
Yes. And I Googled this after. Yeah, I'm in the parking lot and I'm Googling because I'm I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah.
If you Google it, everybody, you'll be greeted with a few Reddit threads specifically for Target not accepting Apple returns because of the S. I'm not the only one. I'm not even special, dude. Yeah, it's happened before. And I don't know. Maybe it was just because there were children working that didn't know what they were doing, but they were just, maybe they, you know what, benefit of the doubt, maybe they thought, maybe they could see with their eyes it matched other than the S, but maybe they just doubted that, maybe I'll get in trouble if I let this guy return this. Maybe I'll get in trouble because it doesn't match exactly. I don't know. Maybe they were scared. They didn't look scared. They just looked confused. And so did I. So, yeah. I don't know how we both have return stories in the same week. I almost had to call you to come bail me out of jail.
I would have done. I would have gotten on a plane right away for you.
You know what the funniest thing is, though?
What?
You would have believed it. If someone called you and said, we have John... He got caught stealing an iPad mini from Target. You will go, that's him.
Yeah, that's him. I was like, I would have been like, he did it. And they'd be like, no, sir, like his lawyer's not here. You shouldn't confirm. No, I'd be like, no, you don't understand. That's him. You caught him.
That's definitely him.
He was stealing an iPad mini. Like that.
There's no one else that would do that.
Could you imagine the 9 to 5 Mac article of like you in the security cam with a box being like, like YouTuber John Prosser fined for stealing iPad mini at Target. Dude, that would be the most used story.
Down. Even though it's funny, and I definitely didn't steal it, 50% of the people would never accept that, and they would just always believe that I stole an iPad mini because that makes so much sense for me. That makes too much sense.
Yeah, that's so funny.
The saga isn't over. I have another plan. Hey, Sam, you should call me. Just kidding. You can't. I canceled my phone plan. I got rid of it. I decided too expensive. I don't even need a phone. I'm not paying so many hundreds of dollars a month just to be able to talk on the phone. I don't need that. So I'm done with phones, I think. Don't need it.
Hey, buddy, can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You realize you can get premium wireless mobile for just $15 a month, though, right? Like, not hundreds.
I literally don't believe you. Not even.
Well, I can tell you that today's sponsor, Mint Mobile, they say it's possible, and we've done it.
Yay!
Guys, listen, this is what it feels like to discover that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. It's an awesome deal. There's no way you can keep it to yourself. I couldn't keep it to myself. I had to share it. Here's the deal, John.
Tell me the deal.
I'm not going to let you overpay.
Okay.
I'm here to rescue you because all plans come with high-speed data, high-speed talk, high-speed text.
High-speed talk.
You've never talked so fast. On the nation's
it.
largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan. You bring your phone number, of course, along with your contacts. You probably got an iPhone if you listen to this. That's a very old way to look at phones. It's just all synced to your iCloud. So you get all this stuff when you switch. You can even bring your same number sometimes, which is amazing. Yeah. Ditch overpriced
I wish I would
wireless
have
with Mint
known
Mobile's
that
deal.
before I told them to cancel everything.
I know, buddy. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/genius. That's mintmobile.com/genius. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/genius. Now, $45 upfront payment required, bucko. That's equivalent to $15 a month, bucko. New customers on the 3-month plan only, bucko. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan, bucko. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply.
See Mint Mobile for details, bucko. It's weird. I didn't see bucko in the read. Crazy. Thanks, Mint Mobile. Anyway, that's the new plan. I'm going to go to Target when there are adults there, and I'm going to try with them. And if that doesn't work, then your boy has 2 iPad minis, and one of them just gets really hot, and that's just how life's going to be.
Yeah.
Maybe for the next Genius drop, we can sneak in
Sell
the
ice.
stolen iPad Mini.
The iPad
What-
mini paraphernalia. Crazy.
And it also kind of looks suspicious because they had written 4 numbers on the box. So, like, I don't know. Maybe if you watch the podcast, if you go back a few weeks ago when I opened it, you can see the box has, like, Sharpie on it. Which, when you give it to them, makes it look more suspicious that it's just written numbers on it. Like, no, that's a serial number. You should look. Oh, don't look at the real one. Only look at the Sharpie one.
I think Apple has one saving grace for the future, though.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is what I want to close with. This was really okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited for this. I'm pretty excited.
Okay,
for this
the audience is gonna love hearing this.
Apple's next big thing.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Every few years, Apple releases something crazy.
Ah!
Apple's next all-new product, according to Mark Gurman, is coming in March, sooner than we thought. It is going to be an iPad smart thing for controlling your home with Siri and speakers and FaceTime, and I don't actually know what to call it. People are calling it the HomePad. That's a terrible name. I really hope they don't call it that.
HomePad. It's so bad. I love it. The HomePad. Oh, HomePod and HomePad. That's,
Yeah.
I kind of dig it a lot. It's so
So
stupid. I need it.
6-inch display. It can be wall mounted. Here, let me just click on the Bloomy Boy article from
Okay.
Merck.
Dude.
Dude, this is kind of cool. Oh wait, now Bloomberg is coming. Look at this. How is this legal? How is this legal that you can have a website that's just it's 1% site?
But you can use Google Pay.
I don't want to use Google. I want to just sign it. Hold on.
Get the
We'll be
context
back.
behind. Oh, don't want to show anything. Hiding it.
I mean, it's
Don't-
my iCloud bonus email that I signed up with. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, shocker, we're in because I play for Bloomberg. So here's what he describes it as. They're aiming to catch up to rivals in the smart home market with a wall-mounted display that can control appliances, handle video conferencing, and use AI to navigate apps. Device has a
good.
6-inch screen and looks like a square iPad. Weird. Square.
A square
Okay.
one, huh? Okay.
Camera at the top front, rechargeable built-in battery, internal speakers, and it's going to be offered in silver and black. Okay, new touch interface, new software that is a blend of Apple watchOS and the standby mode on the iPhone, where you've kind of got those like square tabs, which that would make sense for that product. And it's going to be marketed as a way to control home appliances, chat with Siri, hold intercom sessions via FaceTime. It's going to have web browsing, news updates, and playing music. Here's where I started to get a little confused.
Okay.
It sounds like an iPad.
You
Like
would
they
think
already
so.
they already make this product that they're
Sounds a lot
about
like
to
an
ship,
iPad, huh?
but
A
it
square
seems
one,
more
though.
customized.
Sounds like iPad
here's
Mini to me.
here's what's cool. This one is not. So there's a high-end one coming that's got the robotic arm. We've all talked about the robotic arm, the one that goes, burp, burp, I'm a robot, and it follows you around the room. That's
Uh-huh.
going to cost $1,000. Gurman is making it sound like this one is going to cost like sub $500.
I'm not complaining. I would just like to stop doing tiers of products. We don't have to do that
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those you just need to make one really
Just
good
make
rather
one
than,
and
like three.
like, you know,
That's Tim. But here's where it gets interesting.
I want it.
This is the part that fascinated me the most. Apple has designed different attachments for the device,
Ooh.
including ones that affix the screens onto walls like classic home security panels.
Mm.
There will be bases with additional speakers that can be placed in the kitchen, on a nightstand, or on a desk. Apple imagines a FaceTime feature being used while cooking or for video conferencing during work meetings.
You have me interested.
A person familiar with its development said the product is designed to bring Siri and AI Apple Intelligence to life in a way that hasn't happened before.
That part, come on. Come on.
But it says you're going to be able to run widgets and do weather and appointments and stock tickers. I mean, I was like, that sounds kind of cool. Home screen and a dock for quickly launching favorite apps. Apple thought about doing an app store, but they're not doing an app store. And then it really talks about how security is going to be a particular focus. It'll deliver security alerts and display camera footage, including video from smart doorbells. It'll serve as an intercom system. And this is crazy. Apple has explored building its own line of smart accessories, including an indoor security camera. This is something we also heard from Guomin Shi this past week. That
I'm
Apple is
so
gonna make
down
their
for
own
that.
security camera, but that just seems a little niche for Apple, right? This is the company that makes big bets on big products, not tiny bets on like accessories.
It does. Yeah, you're right. It just seems like they are pulling a lot of stuff that other companies are using to like benefit from. Like a lot of security cams are specifically designed for HomeKit, and they must be doing well enough to where Apple's like, well, we could just circumvent all that and just make our own.
Sure. I was thinking about this, right? And it's funny because I use the standby feature on my iPhone almost every night.
Upside down like that?
No, I use it on my nightstand. I mean, it's not going to show now because I'm not charging it. But, do you ever use the little standby nightstand feature?
I have that, the MagSafe Flippy Do.
You still use the MagSafe Duo?
Yeah, and I put it just down on my nightstand flat. I don't want to. I can't stand lights. I can't stand lights. Like,
okay,
when I'm trying to sleep.
It's pretty good, but I've been thinking, and with Siri's still a disaster. Anytime I try to talk to her, dude, today, you know what? This is why I'm pissed off right now. I went to bed last night. I was like, I'm going to be in bed by 2:30. I'm going to wake up at 11. I know that's late for the modern world, but I'm sick. I've had a sinus infection, and I'm finally on antibiotics. I'm healing slowly, but I've been trying to wake up earlier, all right? So 11 is an improvement for me from about 12:30 to 1 the past week. Before bed, and I remembered this with vivid clarity. I go, Siri set a timer for 11. Siri set a timer for 11:05. Siri set a timer for 11:10 a.m. And I included a.m. every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will give you the evidence on my phone that these alarms exist. Look at this. They put them on my phone.
There they
11
are.
11 a.m., 11:05, 11:15, and 10. These are intermixed.
Siri,
stop listening.
For audio listeners, it tracks.
No, don't stop listening for your name just right now. As I was saying,
Siri's
these
great.
different alarms.
Let's be positive.
Yeah. Actually,
Clearly.
yeah. I'm gonna go to the next Apple event. I'll be there, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a single alarm went off last night, John. Not one. My ass rolls over, and I'm like, oh, whenever you wake up and you're so tired, you're just, oh, little cocoon. I'm like, this is how I am in my bed.
Yeah, that's you. I can see.
And
I
go,
see it.
I bet it's real early. I bet it's 9 a.m. I bet I got 2 more hours of sleep. Siri, what time is it? Because I was too tired to touch. I go, Siri, what time is it? Because I sound like a little gremlin when I wake up. She goes, it's 11:50 a.m. I go, what? She didn't go off once.
Are you positive it didn't go off and you just didn't, did it go off and you didn't hear it because you were so comfy?
I would have had to say, I have never missed an alarm. I would have had to say stop like 4 times. I would have remembered waking up at 11 saying, button, stop, or like, Siri, stop doing that. Dude, there's no way. It just glitched. It just did. And that's happened twice in the past month where I've set alarms like that, and it just doesn't wake me up.
I have had that problem like with previous iOS versions before, and it is still happening.
And by the way, I am not on a beta. This is 11.1. What's clarity out for everybody? This is not on. Like, there is no excuse for why an alarm should not be going off.
That's that's one thing for you, but for like someone that has to be up for a real job, that's not great.
Oh, dude,
that's not
like,
great.
I would have been cooked. I would have lost my job from my iPhone. I would have been real angry then.
Someone would be writing you a nasty letter in the Genius Bar notes.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's see if it can rewrite this. Let's make this new message friendly.
It cannot.
Dude, it literally says writing tools aren't designed to work with this type of content. This is the message I'm trying to get it to
in
rewrite.
the Notes app, it doesn't work?
No.
Wow, I'm really excited for the HomePad to be very reliant on AI.
This is the message I wrote. Dear Jon, your behavior has been erratic and challenging lately, and I no longer want to be involved with you. This year has been a whirlwind, and I just want to break from the chaos. Not wishing you the best, Sam. It can't rewrite that. Are you joking? Okay, let's
not wishing you the best. It's such a fucking shit thing to say.
Okay, we're taking that out. It's just going to be Dear Jon in the main message. Okay, writing tools. Oh, it almost happened. Writing tool, friendly. Nope, not designed to work with this type of content. Okay, well, goodbye, Apple Intelligence. Goodbye.
You mean hello,
Bye.
Apple Intelligence?
Nope, goodbye, Apple Intelligence. I think that's what we should call this episode. Goodbye, Apple Intelligence. Because it's just kind of...
Yeah.
I was genuinely excited for it, and it looked so cool.
Too negative? Do we have to dress me up as a thief? Jon Prosser stole an iPad mini? Like, how desperate are we?
Remember that ad you made where it was you breaking into your house years ago?
Oh my God, yeah. With a plunger or something.
Yeah.
What the hell was I doing, bro?
It was an ad for
oh, yeah. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, we know them very well. We lived longer, though.
Yeah, we did. Just a little.
I did. Yeah, that was a fucking crazy ad. We need to do Genius Bar Plus.
Okay.
With all of the extra content that we have, obviously. We have so much more to talk about. I could easily go for a whole 2 other hours. Apple is they're just pouring out new stuff all the time. And we'll run a full marketing campaign. I will don the thief suit with the ski mask. I'm sure I have it somewhere. I don't see why not. And you can dress as the Target employee.
I look like... I feel like I could pass for like a small child.
No, if I walked into Target and I saw you standing in the customer service, I'd be like, that man is going to get me fixed up today. That's what's going to happen.
That's funny.
I trust all of his 7 feet.
Thank you. Well, for me, the only other updates I have, my iPhone 17 video probably coming out the same day, or the day after this, 2 days after. Spent 3 hours just recording tonight.
I'm excited about that a lot.
Exclusive renders. I think it's a banger video. I'm ready. I'm ready to. I'm excited for it. I worked hard on it. Not that
I'm ready too because
but I'm gonna work hard on it.
The things I look forward to in life are Sam videos, and there's not a lot of those going around. So
then I look forward to Jon videos. And when is the next Jon video happening? What's updates from you? Are you in trouble? Are you not putting out videos when you're supposed to be putting out videos again?
I'm actually not in trouble. Well,
oh,
per se, that the being in trouble part has been helped.
Okay.
New approaches are being taken.
Okay. Good.
It just seems like I have caused problems for a lot of people. Like this project is crazy, and I'm excited to release it.
It is crazy,
but it's just there's so many people involved, and it's like a lot of people are involved, and they all have to be firing on all cylinders, and the cylinders are slow.
How many cylinders are we at out of 6?
Oh, we're at 6.5. 6.5.
That's good. That would be more. That'd be more cylinders than you need. So that means it would be going well.
Well, if we had 6 cylinders and I was using 6.5, then we're like all overworked, right?
Oh, you're using it as okay. I see.
Yeah. Anyway, I will tell you something right now. It will not be out before your video.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, so get me through this week. Oh, also, didn't you say on this podcast like a half hour ago that you're going to make an Apple Intelligence video this week?
I think that's going to be my next video. So maybe late this week, probably early next week.
Are you going to put 2 videos out this week?
I mean, I can do so I'm currently at a 3-day turnaround per video. So yeah, theoretically I can do 2
What
videos a
the
week without
fuck,
hurting
dude?
myself. But dude, I'm not doing what you're doing. I'm not interviewing people. I'm not,
we were the same stuff. We were the same guys that could record a video in 15 minutes and then an hour later have it out. And I'm not sure what happened to us. We've even got Sam calling a 3-day timeline.
I've done the math because during iPhone season, I was doing like 3 videos a week sometimes, and I was very unhappy and it was not healthy.
You were cooking.
But I guess I made money. I don't know. It was fun. It was rewarding.
I mean, that's that's your tippy top month of the year. That's like.
Yeah. And it was.
It's like the holidays.
It was a good month. Very grateful.
I think you carried us through September.
I did the math, and I mean, I think the fastest turnaround I could do for a video, like this is me, like literally jump out of bed, go record. I think I got it down to 7 hours from recording, editing, and uploading.
Holy shit! What?
And that was
feel
a
like
video
you've been
that I did
editing
pretty
longer
well.
than that.
That's being a little lazy on the edit. Okay. I'm talking about like I have to. This would be like if the iPhone 17 Air leaked tomorrow, and I'm not going to wait 6 days to make a video on that.
True.
I'm going to stay up right now and make a video, and I could get that out. I'm going to take there's not going to be a story in the video or whatever. But yeah, the iPhone 17 video is going to be like, I thought about the story I wanted to tell and sort of compare it to, and I think there's a nice little bow that I wrapped between the beginning and the end to sort of basically. I mean,
now
I'm
really excited.
The story is this is another iPhone 10 moment for Apple. And there's a lot of parallels in a lot of ways. And
does that mean you're going to send me 3 hours of audio?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, John edits the audio from most of my videos. That's why they sound so good lately. But I can send you the uncompressed. If you do it tonight, I can send you the uncompressed.
Yes, do that. But also, this means I get like an early view of the video.
No, you don't get to listen to it.
You can't stop.
And it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Dude. It's
I'm gonna, just to spite
video.
you, just because you said that, I'm gonna fucking turn all the lights down. I'm gonna sit back and I'm just gonna listen to every hour of the 3 hours.
Dude, you're gonna harm yourself. You need to call a trusted loved one. The amount of times I repeat the same phrase, John. It took me 38 minutes to say the first 10 seconds of the video to get it out.
But you know what you've taught me?
What?
That I'm not alone. Like, you reset for takes the same way I do, and it's like I've been doing it that way for 10 years, and you never consider, hey, maybe my friend does it the same way, and I don't feel so weird anymore.
I still feel like a freak, dude. I was tired of listening to me going, and the iPhone. Now on the on the iPhone.
Is this
on the iPhone Air app? On the iPhone Air Apple. Now on the iPhone. Oh, no, that's not what I want to say. Next up on the iPhone, that is what the 3 hour audio is, and then there's like 8 minutes of a really good video that like a sorcerer is gonna have to edit. Yeah. You just want to edit my video? That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No,
Clearly,
I would never subject you to that hell. Actually, editing's kind of fun, and I got a new desk recently, so.
I mean, yeah, if that tells anybody anything that's like looking forward to the next Front Page Tech video, the edit hasn't even started.
Oh yeah,
been working all month. Edit's not even started. There's a few things pre-made.
Yeah, that's true.
But the actual edit, I'm saying that the edit hasn't started. I haven't filmed me yet.
See, I always do
That's
that
the
too.
real answer.
I don't know if you do this, but I'm a chronic. I'll be like, oh, it'll only take me an hour to record, and I've got an hour until this next event I got to be at, so I can get it done easy. And then it's like I'm already 30 minutes late to the event. I'm like, hey guys, need another 20, almost done recording.
Oh, that's usually before Genius Bar.
I guess I have been doing it before. Well, I've been trying to record. I used to record between midnight and 3 a.m.
Same.
Which is psychotic.
Yeah, insane behavior.
But now that I'm growing old and
You can't hang
feeble,
anymore.
well, for me, I'm just like, I want to like relax tonight.
Yeah,
I don't want to live
Agree.
my whole day and then be up. So for me, I'm going to eat dinner after this. I'm going to eat some delicious buttered noodles. I'm really excited
yeah.
for it.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Halo Top ain't got nothing on these buttered noodles.
Okay, watch your fucking mouth.
And then what am I going to do after that? I guess I'm not necessarily in a rush for the edit, so I could probably just handle that tomorrow. I might just like chill out,
Yeah.
work on,
Chill.
I mean, I've kind of chilled this past week though. With me being sick and with there not being a lot of news and with me getting my last video out, going back to one video a week, I feel like a human again, dude.
Yeah.
Like I have time. I guess people don't probably realize what my schedule was like, but for all of September and October, it was just kind of the second one video was done, I would quite literally start writing and thinking about the new one. Like I would be in the shower thinking about, okay, what's the next video that I gotta record tonight? And it was exhausting. It was
when that is happening, I just picture you in that hotel. Like during Genius Bar Goes Dark, like the day Dub Dub happened, I have never seen a human go through what Sam put himself through willingly. I've never seen anyone work that fast. You made 3 videos that day?
It was 2 or 3, but it was
in my memory it was 3. And it was insane. And by the way, he wasn't good. Like you couldn't talk to him. If you try to talk to him, the like Sam that you think is in there, he was missing. The guy that took over that 7-foot frame of his was
I was locked
in full work mode. Yeah.
I mean, Luke can attest. Like when we've gone to Australia, I'm very much in a mode the morning of the iPhone launch. Like I'm very focused. I'll just say that
I'm never focused.
Yes, you are, bro. Shut up. I can never create a documentary like you've made.
You literally could. You say that you
not.
can't, but you absolutely could.
I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
Nor do I have the vision for it, dude.
You got to cut yourself some slack, because I'm gonna save this clip. All Genius Bar clips are saved, I guess. Because you'll do one. I know you'll do one.
I mean,
and then once you do one of them, you're like, fuck.
There's not really a story like that I want to tell. That I don't have the desire to tell that. At least right now. Who knows what'll happen in the future. But right now I'm very happy with like, because there's nobody else. Dude, nobody else is doing like Apple news anymore.
It's because we have all just accepted defeat. That is what has happened.
There's so many videos I want to watch, and there's no great Apple News videos
No.
anymore.
You don't get to talk shit. This is exactly what you wanted.
No,
you
it's
are the
not.
last Apple News channel standing. This is you're like, I could never make a documentary. My ass is over here making documentaries, putting out one fucking video a month because I can't compete with you.
You literally can compete, though.
I cannot.
Yes,
I cannot be happy and excited about Apple nearly as much as you, as consistently as you, to put care into those videos like you do. I cannot. You're the guy now.
Bro, I don't think I'm going to eat today.
Why? Give me a reason.
I don't have enough time. There's no time. I gotta go.
That is malarkey, as they would say, advertiser-friendly speak. Do you know why it's malarkey?
Why?
You always have time to eat with today's sponsor, Huel, everybody. Huel's back on the show. Everyone,
glug.
First of all, everyone knows, number one, that I unironically love Huel, and I love that they're giving us money, but I would love them regardless. Perfectly balanced meal, most convenient meal. It tastes incredible. It's also incredibly affordable, which I feel like people don't actually realize. It is a complete meal in a bottle. You're going to tell me you have a drink next to you right now, sir?
No.
Well, I do, and it could have been food. It could have been Huel, because that's all you have to do is drink. And you got to dink and drink. That's all you have to do. And guess what?
What?
You didn't even guess.
I don't know what I'm guessing for.
You can take the leap and join the community of Hueligans I wish I made that word up, but I did not. They
That's
did. They're
good,
much
that's
smarter
good.
than me. For this exclusive offer for new customers. So this is for you, Sam, not for me. I've had Huel a
I
lot,
know.
so this is for you. 15% plus a free gift if you use the code GENIUS. That's the first half of the name of this show. So 15% plus a free gift with code GENIUS at Huel.com. That's HUEL.com. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes, so you can focus on what really matters.
Yes, sir.
Like-
Thanks, Huel.
Like working, like what we're doing now.
Yeah, like making money.
Thanks, Huel.
I'm not that guy, pal. I'm not that guy.
You're okay. Listen, man. I'm just saying. I have told you before that you are like the new Everything Apple Pro. And that is like more true than ever. But just imagine Everything Apple Pro with no other Apple channels to compete with him. Because that's where you are right now. Like, it's just, I think that's the biggest compliment you can get. If
Thank
you
you.
got
I
John
appreciate
Prosser
that.
retired from Apple News, something happened.
That is crazy. I will say, I'm happy. Like, last little bit, I am really happy that this video ended up doing fine. The Apple just changed the game video, because that was something I was proud of putting out.
Is that Mac Mini really in your hand, or is that a render?
No, it's in my hand.
Oh, wow.
That
Great
this
lighting.
this thumbnail, I don't think has any editing actually.
Great lighting.
Actually, I should. Why did I not? I should have saturated that more. That looks bad. Who
I
who
don't
lets
go
me do
back.
this? Dude, I feel like I uploaded this video. Have I not been uploading videos? I feel like I uploaded this like 2 months ago. I guess I have cooled down a lot. Last
Well, it's
thing.
quality over quantity, sir.
Dude, last thing. We have to talk about it.
Oh, shit. I just saw what you pulled up in the side. Okay, here's what I'm hoping. Here's what I'm hoping right now. I'm hoping that the audience heard us winding down, and they assumed the episode was over, and they clicked off. And no one's watching now. No one's watching or listening now, right? Okay. I'm going to cut to the screen. Oh, hell. Oh, boy. Forgot about this happening.
Yeah.
For audio listeners.
Marques Brownlee, my goat.
Oh, goodness. It's funny.
This was a wild collusion of events, dude.
He's had an interesting couple months. This is the first MKBHD video that I clicked on. So I don't watch every Marques video, but like,
Yeah, I don't.
if
watch-
one is
I watch-
popped up and it's like convenient for me to hit, I will, like, if it's recommended to me, I will probably watch it at some point. And this is the first and only Marques video that I clicked on, and about 10 seconds in, I went, oh, like, none of this, nothing he's about to say is real. And I just left the video. And I wish I didn't.
So yeah, for context, Marques uploaded a dedicated ad, which I mean I've done many times. John does not do them, but basically the idea, like a brand, this video is a DJI sponsored video. They send you the product and they go, we're gonna pay you X $1,000, or for Marques, we're gonna pay X hundreds of thousands of dollars to talk about. Like the entire upload is an ad for their product, and the reason they do this, and because you're like, why would it be worth it to pay that many people to watch a video? You can see it underperform severely for him, 1.6 mil. The algorithm knows it's a dedicated video. That's why these never get that many views. But now he titled it in a way that I think works for like him, but normally they do it for the SEO. They want you to like put the product title in the video so that when you search for a robot vacuum, you've seen every YouTuber do a million robot vacuum. It's so that when you search for a robot vacuum, they pay to flood all the top search results with positive reviews.
Yeah.
Just positive ads about them. That's why they do it. That's why they pay it. I think as long as you disclose it, nothing wrong.
Totally
ethically.
cool. Get that bag.
Yeah. He disclosed it. I just can't imagine what he made for a Marques Brownlee dedicated video. That has to be what, 200K, 300K cash? Like if you know what we get,
Maybe, yeah.
400K? I mean, I don't know. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars minimum. There's no way he would agree to it unless the money was so stupid that he could pay,
And it's
4 employees for a
DJI.
year.
They got it.
And to be clear, do not blame him for accepting this deal. Like, totally okay with him accepting a dedicated video.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with it. I just think it's a bit weird because like that's not the usual. I mean, for a while he didn't do sponsored anything. Nope, not going to say what I was about to say. He didn't do sponsored anything, kind of that we know of. And so it's just kind of weird to be out of nowhere. And also, this is the guy that's got all the time talking about like shooting on red, and he's got a robot camera arm, and then a video about how his camera gear is changing. Like, okay,
all right,
anyway.
I'm upping my bid. You're right. He got $500K for this video. I'm calling it. And that's like, dude, I would do it too. Again, I'm not blaming him, but I'm forgetting like his brand was all like high quality tech videos, no sponsors. So I get why he's getting some flack for an ad, even though it's like, whatever, bro. That's okay. It's not like I'm going to unsubscribe from Marques.
Oh,
the problem is that in this video, he was driving a Lambo randomly. I bet somebody has the clip. Marques.
This is so frustrating.
Zone. Surely, here we go. Here's the clip. Oh my God, that's so. I knew there'd be a re-upload. Oh, it has 118K. This has more views than my video on
the title.
Oh my God, somebody made a video that has 400K. Dude, wait, he's getting flamed for this.
Oh yeah, it's real not good.
So here's the clip. He's like, dude, it does make it so funny that he's in a Lambo. Wait, why is he in a Lambo?
Now, keep in mind, this is a DJI. This is a DJI video about action cameras. It's not like an autofocus video. The clip that is in question and that we're about to talk about was not even required to be in it. It was not necessary, which makes it weirder. He's going real fast. So
and then
just
how do
you not blur the other? Just in this series of events here, he's driving down the road and it starts going real fast. He blurs the speedometer on the dashboard, like his view. But
this must be our. Oh no, this is the Revu Alto. This is the new highest end Lambo.
Well, because Lamborghini,
which is like my dream car, but.
The speedometer isn't only on the driver's side dashboard; it's also displayed for the passenger for reasons. Turns out. The reason that was blurred on Marquez's view was because on the passenger, it read, I think the highest was like 96 miles per hour. Okay, that's crazy, right? But like, why would he be in trouble for that? Well, if you just pay a little bit more attention, people found that the road he was on was the most important aspect of this story. First of all, you can see a 35 mile per hour sign. Already pretty not good, right? Oh, Sam's really investigating.
Yeah, I was just trying to. I guess it was probably the Revu Alto he did the video on.
You see a 35 mile per hour sign. So right now, right off the bat, this man's going 96 in a 35 mile an hour road. It gets a bit worse when you see another sign about children playing.
Yeah, it was a school zone.
You want to take
You want to know
this
my
one?
actual take?
Yeah, I would prefer that you do it. Yeah.
Did a kid get hit?
Okay, I will entertain this take. Yeah. No, they didn't get hit.
I'm saying I think the reaction is a bit overblown. It's not like he swerved and almost hit someone. Now, just to be clear, this is not an endorsement of speeding in school zones or speeding in general. I'm just saying, like, are people going to act? John, have you ever sped before?
Yep.
You asked me the same thing.
Have I gone 96 and a 35? Probably. What about you?
Yeah, probably.
Probably at some point.
Listen, I do this to say there's a lot of people moral grandstanding. Oh, horrible YouTuber, bad. Listen, what he did was dumb, and he shouldn't have done it. Period. The fact that he even put that on video and then, like, that's crazy. I don't even know why you would put that on video. It was dumb, especially in a school zone. It is dangerous. There's a reason they have speed limits. You should follow the law. I'm just saying that I have seen the reactions are like, how could anyone speed ever? And it's like, Are we gonna act? That's being like
those are children, I think, saying that they'd never driven a car.
It's the same people before they were 21 that were like, I never drink alcohol. I would never break the law.
I would never. Yeah.
Come on. It's within and there's context and moderation. He obviously had neither of those, so I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to, what do they call it? Hand waving is the big term where I'm saying, oh, he's fine. I'm just saying it was weird and dumb, and he seems kind of on like a weird self-destructive path this year. Like he just kind of keeps doing things that are weird like this. So
that part is weird, yeah.
Maybe there is I grew up with Marques, I'm trying to cut him some slack. I'm just saying, if it wasn't on video, are we going to act like Mr. Beast has never gone 93 in a 35 with the 7 million Lambos that man has bought? Are you joking? He hasn't put it on camera. I just think it's funny because Marques is generally one of the most ethical, good YouTubers out there. And he's getting so much flack compared to like people still support Logan Paul, who's done 4 crypto scams and still is in the WWE. Like, how does he get away with this stuff?
I think that's why it's tough, right? Logan Paul is not a mystery. He's a piece of shit, and you know he's a piece of shit, and you have had time to accept that. Marquez's fans think he's put on a pedestal with fans, but also like even fellow YouTubers. He's the guy, right?
That's true.
He's not afforded the same mistakes or the same number of mistakes, and it's just there's every view of us, me included, Sam included, is a curated view that you're getting. It's the part of us we're wanting you to see. And what you see on the internet isn't 100% of somebody's personality. So, like, there's a little speed demon in that guy. You know, it's just how it is. My concern is, like, if you're going that fast on a road, right? You usually don't go that fast on a road when it's your first time on the road. Like, that's most likely an area he's been through. It being a school zone and 35-mile-an-hour zone is not new information to him, most likely. Like he probably knew that going onto the road. What I can't believe is that it made it. Number one, that was in the edit at all. But if they took the time to look at the edit and blur out the speedometer, how did Marques and every person on his team miss the rest of the signs out the window?
Like, bro has like 18 points. Okay, I want to update my take. I want to update. Can I update my take pre-cancellation? I think I've just been canceled, so I want to update. I actually changed my view. I think him speeding a school zone is dumb, and you shouldn't do it, and it's not excusable ever. And the reason I flipped is because after hearing you talk, I've thought about like school zones near me. I'm thinking about like I live in LA now, but I'm thinking back home in St. Louis and how. Like even a good example is like the parking garage here. Like a lot of people in my parking garage in my building like drive really fast and like almost crash into stuff. But like I always go slow in the parking garage because I'm like, there's probably going to be people slowing down. And you know what? He is 30. You know what? I'm changing my view on this. This was dumb as hell. Why was this recorded? That was a weird thing to do. Why would you put that in a video? Why would you put you going fast in a Lambo in a school zone ever? Because I'm thinking now, it's like, okay, when are the times I feel comfortable speeding going really fast? Because I have sped before, right? We've established this.
Yep.
I'm a bit of a speed demon sometimes, but I'm like, when I look back, it's only in safe areas. Like it would be like I've done it on the highway at 3 a.m. when there's almost no one on the road. Like that's when I felt comfortable speeding. Like when I'm talking like over 100 mile per hour, theoretically in Minecraft. That would never break. I'd never break the law in real life. Yeah. So yeah, I changed my view. That's dumb. That's weird.
I don't. He's allowed.
You could take the Lambo anywhere else that's not there and go 100 miles.
He could have gone, dude. He just got paid a fuckload of money. He could have shut down a road if he wanted to. He could have gone on a track. He could have That's
a really good point. Yeah, you're right.
If you have an action camera and you want to record Lamborghini going Lamborghini speeds, what? Like it's only a little bit more effort to take it elsewhere.
Yeah, you're right. I flipped completely.
I think what the issue is...
Wait, we might need to cut the first part because people are going to click off and comment based on my first take, and I'm going to be washed.
No, I don't. I don't think they'll. I mean, we can edit it out if you want, but I don't think. I think they'll continue watching.
But I disavow my first take. That guy that you just saw say that,
he didn't know.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I think the reason people get really worked up is because they have a vision of Marques. They have a picture of a person they believe he is. And a lot of them have been around. Let's say you're watching him for 10 years. You have built this person up in 10 years where even a simple mistake like this can ruin the illusion. And then I think internally people are more hurt by that. And this is just a place to put that energy. I think it will die down. I think it'll be fine. He'll be okay. Everything's going to be okay. It was just... There's no other way to put it. He's not a bad guy. This was really fucking stupid, though. And it's like...
Yeah.
Because Sam mentioned earlier, like, did a kid get hit? No. And I've seen a few takes like that on Twitter, and maybe even for a second I considered that, but it's like, you couldn't be on the podcast and say, yeah, he burnt that house down, but no one was in it. You know, it's like...
That's why I flipped. I'm
dumb. If
if
you're going that fast, dude, if there was a kid at all, there's no chance to prevent that from happening. If a kid gets on that road at any time, a missile goes through him. Like, you're going too fast. You can't react. It's just... He's incredibly lucky that it was like perfect scenario to drive on that road at that speed at that time. Because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Real stupid, real dumb, but it will be okay. I think he'll be okay. I mean, do you think this goes away or what?
It makes you question, though. What else is Marques Brownlee doing off camera that we don't know about?
Like, was he doing that just for the camera? There's also a case for that, I guess.
No, I think it was. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on your side. I flipped.
Well, it's like,
why do I do this though? Why do I always? I feel like I always defend people. Like I did this with Casetify. I'll always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. That's just
you don't need to apologize
who I
for that.
am.
Yeah, that's the balance. You're the yin to my yang.
I guess, but I feel like now I'm looking back and I'm already mad at what I said.
Don't be mad
like,
at what you
I'm
said.
already mad at me hearing what I said.
Don't be mad. We unpacked this in real time. So
I know, but I unpacked it in my head before.
Do you think...
I think there's a balance. I think that's with you. It's like he's not a terrible person, the worst person in the world. We've all sped, but he is incredibly lucky and he shouldn't do that again. And it was super dumb and bad.
He apologized. So he edited that clip out of the video, hence why it has been re-uploaded probably a few times. And he posted a pinned comment where he was like, deleted the unnecessary clip. He said, deleted the unnecessary clip from the video. And I hear... Oh, it's gone.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm pulling it up. Here we go.
Well, at first, that pinned comment was not that link. At first, it said, we cut the unnecessary driving clip out of the video. I hear you on the sponsored stuff also. So, like, almost amplified the fact that he did a sponsored video. It's as if that was somehow worse than what actually happened. And he put out an apology on Twitter, which then created more criticism because it's like, you're getting pinned for this on YouTube, and you're apologizing and addressing for it on not that platform at all.
Yeah. Okay, here's what he said. Last video, I did something pretty stupid. You might have already seen it, but maybe not, so I'll address it here. There was a clip with the action cam of me test driving a car and going way too fast, absolutely inexcusable and dangerous. You know, okay, let me see if he mentions it. I've since cut it out of the video with YouTube's editor tool. I also understand that this looks like covering up, but I think it's the right thing to do. Kind of a weird take, I guess. There's no reason to leave that clip in. There was no reason to include it in the first place. And I would never want to make it seem okay by leaving it in the video. I'm well aware of the Streisand effect, which is the idea that the more you try to cover something, the more popular it gets. And I know everything on the internet lives forever, but I think this is the best decision right now. All I can do is apologize and promise never to do anything close to that stupid again. That's a terrible example to set, and I'm sorry for it. You know, he does leave the fact in the apology that he was in a school zone speed. Like, he just like, I was just test driving a car going way too fast.
And not the correct form of two, but, you know, it won't be too hard on him.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. It really is tough because my instinct is to defend that man. And
yeah, same. See, that's what I did.
It just is what it is. We all look up to Marques in some way, shape, or form. And
I mean, yeah, he's kind of had a perfect track record.
And sometimes that's unfair to put those expectations on someone, and then when they slip up once, it like shatters that. And that part's not fair. I think that, I mean, it's going to happen regardless. The audience is going to harass him for a while. Like, the new autofocus video is just ruined. The comments are just ruined. It's just
let's see what people
can that
on
car go
Twitter,
96 into 35 or in a school zone? It's like that's going to be that way for a minute. Like, if he thinks the panel
on the
stuff
car
was
channel.
tough, rough, brother.
Oh, Miles. Wait, no, did he switch to Miles?
Yeah, it's not even Marques in the video.
Oh, I love Miles. I hung out with him a few months ago in LA. I love people act like Miles is the one who did the speeding. Will it go 95 and 35? No bots in the comments. There's enough pettiness to go around. Car people being car people.
Oh wow,
God,
they seem cleaner than last time I saw them. Oh,
that's because
Marques
is
go in school zones.
I bet on this EV is sacrilegious video. I think this is the one. Yeah, here we go. Marques, this car has no airbag. We'll pass 10 miles driving. How fast can this go? Oh, actually, it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Dude, I will say a take that I'm not backing down from is car people are insufferable. I've been starting to get more into cars, and the people in that community, probably similar to Apple fans.
Have you heard of Luke Miani? He has a really good car channel. You should check him out.
Yeah, but he's like not a car guy. He's like a good guy.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Marques has been, unlike the panels thing, has been completely silent since this happened. I don't know.
I think he uploaded one video, didn't he? Am I wrong? I am wrong. It's only been 5 days. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I mean, what do you even do? What do you make your next video about? When is it okay to put that out?
Dude, that's crazy to have two videos back to. This is Marques. This is unprecedented to have two videos back to back that are like. Here's what I think it is. You want my honest take on Marques?
Yeah.
I felt this way for a while. I think bro just wants to make simple YouTube videos. And I think he was pushed into building out a team, making everything bigger, better, because that's what you're supposed to do as a YouTuber. But I think Marques just wants to make videos like him. Like, most of his videos are shot like that. It's just him in front of the camera talking to it. And I think it's really hard to scale and manage a team and do all this stuff at the same time. That's why things in the edits are missed. It's like, oh, you should do a wallpaper app, bro. Okay, I'm going to do a wallpaper app. Oh, you should review cars. Okay, I'm going to review cars. Hey, you should do the studio channel where you go around and show people what you do in the studio. All right, I'm going to make that channel. Like, that is too much content for one guy.
Yeah.
It's like more than Mr. Beast in some ways. Not the scale of projects, but more content that he's putting out. I know what you mean. It's crazy. He's overextended. He's missing the details.
It sucks for a few reasons. I mean, listen, we have, Sam and I both, we cannot sit on this podcast and pretend that we have not done something stupid.
Yeah, I'm not going to say
like, not privately, yes, but like each of us have done stupid things that the public knows about and that has happened in front of you guys. And that's part of the job. I don't wish it was not that way. That's just like, you got to take some bad that comes with the good. Not everyone gets to make mistakes in front of the public. And so cool for you. Another thing that's not fair is like Marques made this mistake and we're discussing it on this podcast. Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't discuss it, but I'm saying he doesn't have the luxury of messing up and then just being able to like wait a second and correct it. It is going to be a part of conversation, and it's because of the expectations that people have built up around this man that a simple mistake, like, that's got to suck, you know? You can't, if you make a mistake, you're talking about on podcasts and videos, and, you know, it's just, it's rough. Yeah. But also, like, I don't know what else you would expect. It was really, 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 really dangerous and really, really dumb.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's pissed at himself. I'm sure he's just like I know how I am. I'm not that I met the dude once or twice. Fine. I don't know him. I can't speak for him. But I would assume he's probably like, I am such an idiot.
Yeah, I don't think at all that he's like behind the scenes, like, why are they freaking out? Like, I don't think he's that out of touch. I think he's beating himself up for sure. So
there's things I've done in my personal life that I've had, I felt like been like, I'm an idiot. There's a small version of that on this podcast where I tend to defend things that I like or care about. This is a common thread with me. And then people are like, how could you ever say that? Or how could you ever defend that? You're just so dumb for that. And then I'll get aggressive at the moment and be like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. And then look back on the conversation an hour later. I'm just illustrating this to say, like, there's conversations I've had with friends where I've done, dumb things or said dumb things, right? And then as soon as it's over, I'm like, why did I say that? But I still said it.
Yeah.
I still did it. I mean, people can say this about relationships or whatever, and there's all things that we wish we could change and be better. And I guess the question for the audience is, do you believe in Marquez's ability to change? Because you hit the nail on the head, bro, with the Logan Paul thing. We do not believe that Logan Paul has the ability to change. Bro is a scumbag. Bro is a grifter.
Yeah, like, if you're following Logan Paul, you have accepted that part.
Yeah. And you're just cool with following a bad dude. That's your prerogative.
I mean, that's why Trump was such a big deal in politics. Is because with every other politician, you're wondering, is that really who they are? Are they lying to me? With Trump, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a very smart guy. He's a very smart businessman, and not all of his policies are wrong. But he's a piece of shit, and we all know it. Yeah. And that's why. But like, the fact that you know it means you know who he is, and that's why you can vote for him.
Yeah. And the question is, can Marquez change? And I think the answer for him is yeah. I think he's shown with panels and stuff that he can change, but he's had a rough year.
Rough couple months.
Yeah. Definitely not his 2024.
The panels thing, man, that's just like he was.
Yeah, looking back, I don't know why people. I think that was my take at the time. I was like, "This is a bit blown out."
That's
of
what I
proportion.
mean. It's because he's this perfect figure that one pivot out of that, and it's the panels thing. That's just he was.
That's just
was
a bad
very
app.
short-sighted.
That's just
thing.
like a bad product. Yeah,
it was a goofy thing. Yeah, but this is like
egregious
a moral
or offensive.
This is like a moral
this
issue.
one, and I think that's why this one seemingly is a bigger deal.
I just hope the audience finds a middle ground. Like, just because he did this doesn't mean that, like, that is who he is.
Or is it? I don't know. Maybe Bro's a speed demon.
Right.
Maybe. We don't know.
We are cutting that out, is what we're doing. Jesus Christ. Oh, goodness. I love getting ourselves in trouble.
You should probably mute that part.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's not
maybe
good.
Bros. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yep. Don't worry, you're safe.
Very dumb.
I hope I'm sure everything's gonna be okay. I hope Marquez is okay right now. I hope he's not beating himself up too bad.
No, he should probably be beating himself up a decent amount.
Yeah. Excited to see him back though, and like, I'm curious to see what the next move is. Like, what do you do right now? Do you do anything right now? Do you just stay quiet? I don't know.
What would you do? Oh, here's a question. You did this. You were going in your lyric. You were going 95 in a 35 in your lyric.
I'm trying to like comprehend. Okay, so I did that, right? That's the hypothetical scenario. It happened.
You were in a rush to the hospital for some reason because you're getting your appendix out.
And I was filming it on the action camera. That's like a reason. No. Sponsor video. Going that fast.
You want the engine revving. What do you do next?
Well, one, I don't think I'm cutting it out of the video. I've never been a fan of that.
That's true.
I've never deleted tweets that I was like where I had a wrong leak. I haven't deleted any videos that had a wrong leak in it. Like, I don't. True. Not that I'm like morally better, but it's just like that happened, and if I delete it, it's not like it didn't happen. So I would have just like, I would have fucking ate that, accepted that, and obviously apologized. And I think I would sit it out for a little bit. I think it'd be quiet for a little bit. I think I would just read
That
the vibes.
does seem to be the recipe for success. Be quiet for a little bit, come back.
Just read the vibes, man. I don't know. It's like there's nothing that you can do right now. You could put out the best video you've ever made, and it's going to be this is going to be the focus anyway. So,
Fair. What would I do? I think I'd make a dedicated video about it, addressing it.
oh really?
Yeah.
Like your next video would be addressing that.
Yeah.
What would you
a
say?
tweet doesn't feel that I'm embarrassed that I was only thinking about myself, that it was silly and stupid, and that this was a wake-up call for me that I need to, fix.
That makes me like you more. Maybe he should try that.
That's not the goal of it.
No, I know, but it's like that's a human being human, and
yeah, a tweet feels very like, oh, I was going a little fast.
Yeah, like that's like he's got to Marques. You just got to eat it. You got to say what you got to just. You cannot dance around
the whole
it.
Thing.
You can't water it down. Yeah. I mean, look at how fast he corrected the panels. He was very open and honest about what happened with panels, and everyone was like, "You know what? You're right, bro." The issue is like when it is real bad and you're trying to water it down. That doesn't humanize you. That just makes it look not that way. Oh wait, are you looking at Waveform? Did they post something?
Oh yeah, they did. They uploaded a podcast yesterday.
1 day ago. What are the timestamps? We have anything?
I came here faster than Marques in a 35-mile-per-hour zone.
We was genuinely expecting a segment handing my driver's license. Yeah, did you know like in other countries, like in Europe or something, if you do that, they'll take your car away and sell it and then take your license away forever.
Really?
I mean, either way, we haven't said this yet.
Does he talk about it on the pod? Oh, that's what he opens with.
Oh, shit. I mean,
do we have to watch this now? I think we have to watch
this. I think that's only fair. Yeah, let's hear what he has to say.
Here we go. Here's what he has to say.
Top decision. Maybe we'll jump into that with Final Cut, but also a new EV company and more goodies. But first, I do think it's worth having a conversation about sponsors because of the last week, or it was the beginning of this week, we put a video on the main channel, DJI, I always say that too fast, DJI video with the Action Cam 5 Pro, and it was a full sponsored video, and the reactions were very strong. I think obviously the main thing or the extra thing on top of that was I did something very dumb in the video with the car, with driving, so that was cut out of the video, and rightfully people were very mad about that. But aside from that,
wait, is that all?
No, dude,
that's not always that you okay. That's not.
It is so much worse.
Yeah, no. He's actually made it worse. Why did? Okay, this is a whole segment. It says addressing the DJI video, so maybe he's gonna go further into it. Surely he's gonna go further into it than.
Please.
Also the little extra thing was that I almost. That's crazy. I mean, okay, not even a dedicated video, but I would go on the pod. I mean, you could see how I responded to the Casetify. I faced it head on. I wasn't like, oh, yeah, I did like a little sponsy. That's okay. Maybe he keeps going.
The whole conversation about sponsored videos sort of comes up every once in a while, and I think it's kind of interesting and maybe worth revisiting, maybe not, but I think it is kind of interesting that basically I look back at the history of the channel in the past couple of years just to see what the rough frequency is, what the cadence is. We've done roughly one sponsored video per year.
Bro, he's just talking.
I'm like actually getting angry at him the longer this goes.
Yeah, wait, is he? Let's skip ahead.
I think you said the last sponsored video was
on that, and I totally get it. And then just kind of gets ignored because it's a sponsored video and people want to focus on that.
That's not the problem.
And then of ways of integrating
tackle anything in media at all, and the only thing we can do is try and prove our trust, which we haven't been doing the best of job lately, but I still truly believe that we're a trustful organization.
Andrew, I love you, but you mean like I trust us still? What is that? What do you mean? What is that? That would be be like me and John on a podcast that we're supposed to be apologetic and be like, yeah, but John, like we're still, I think we're still good though, right?
We're
Please
still
tell
good
me I'm
guys.
good. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Are we wrong? Like,
no, this is, hold on. This like
I'm being successfully gaslit right
weird.
now into like the sponsor video was the actual issue. And
what?
The driving weird. Like a missile down a school zone is minor. I'm worried. Like the way he's talking in that has me worried that he doesn't see the.
I think
like, is he avoiding it or does he not see it?
I watch a lot of YouTube, and I actually watch when people do integrations in their videos.
I'm just trying to make sure.
Live showcase, and that was it. Where we just called it DJI. But yeah, I wanted to also title it in a way that included that stuff.
You're on first.
Am I? I'm YouTube.
Oh, dude, they just did a. That's weird. You can do a normal episode only if you like. Also, wait, I gotta hear how he says this. I gotta hear how he says this at the beginning.
What are the comments like? Like, what?
Let's hear how he says it again.
I think obviously the main thing or the extra thing on top of that was I did something very dumb in the video with the car with driving. So that was cut out of the video, and rightfully people were very mad about that.
He just skips over the bad part.
Yeah, what?
He's like, anyway.
Now this changes my opinion on him. Like, that's weird to just be like, and he's kind of smiling as he says, he's like, I did something really dumb. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Are we wrong?
Maybe he didn't read the comments. I don't know.
What do the comments under this podcast say? I'm really curious. Assuming they're not deleted.
My guy, the issue wasn't really about the video being a full ad.
Okay, so we're not wrong.
35. That's the biggest issue. Was genuinely expecting a segment handing my driver's license into the DMV followed by motorcycle recommendations. 142. It'd be nice to have an explanation of why Marques was tweeting, why he thought the clip should be included. If he reviewed, why is the audience doing the critical thinking? Why isn't he doing the critical thinking?
He changed the topic real fast. Not a good look, man. That's
wow. David sat there silent during the whole opening discussion. Very telling. I did something dumb, so let's talk about sponsorship instead of addressing the real issue. Panel's backlash was way better than this, buddy. I might disagree with Marques' statements. Ethics of sponsorships. Driving like that was one decision, including the footage for public viewing. On top of that, blurring the sponsor was another decision. Yeah, I did something very dumb in the video with the car with driving. Doesn't address the real concerns. Yeah, like...
It's weird because...
Yeah, that's weird. It's
weird.
Sorry.
It's weird because, I mean, for me personally, I don't know about you. I don't want to speak for you, but when this stuff happens, it has always been in the middle of the day, and I have time to think about my thoughts before I come on Genius Bar. And it is really weird to have seen that in real time, and I'm on camera, and I feel like...
Yeah, that was we genuinely did not know that he had posted that until we
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm like disappointed in real time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
You know what? I'm gonna change. My final thought is this, and I've changed it even further. I'm way more negative now. He does not seem very apologetic, and I am no longer convinced that he's gonna change his behavior whatsoever. He was like smirking as he was like, I did something kind of dumb. I got paid $500K for the sponsor, though. Like, that's kind of what it felt like. It's like, I did get $500K for the video, but that's just my guess. I'm just saying. Dedicated ad.
Yeah,
that's the realistic number for that video for him.
Like, I can't tell it. Okay, let's just... Little exercise, okay?
Okay.
In what we do, it isn't always just about emotions and honesty. Sometimes before honesty comes PR. Like, what's the best PR move here? In my opinion, the best PR move is to actually own up, but that's just me.
Same.
If this was you, do you consider, like, are you doing this are you skirting past this because the PR is so bad if you dive deeper or address it more? Or do you think he literally just doesn't see the problem?
I mean, dude, The Verge wrote an article about this. The title was like Marques Brownlee is in trouble again or something. Like the fact that, I was like the fact that, let me pull it up.
I think I saw Tom
MKBHD
Warren,
got himself in
tweet
trouble
about it.
again. A giant advertisement that includes a first-person clip of him speeding recklessly in a car. Oh, bro, 300 comments on The Verge. No, you have to own up to this. Let's sort by most replies or maybe most recommended. This is wild. That's impound his vehicle is the top comment.
I mean, in European countries, that's literally what happens.
I did not know that was a thing. That's crazy.
If you do something like that,
whoa,
you are not allowed to drive again. And
He's
here in the
suffering
U.S.,
from-
at the very least, it's a felony.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and be that guy that demands legal action to be taken, and then if that happens, that's the
No.
only way we can move forward. That's not it at all. I just expected it or hoped for a more genuine apology, explanation. I don't know. Rough.
Yeah.
That's a long comment, Christ.
Yeah, people are very, I mean, yeah, dude, if I was reading these comments, I'm making a full-on response video. I'm not saying I did something a little silly. Yeah,
man.
That's weird. That's weird.
Man, the waveform thing really did not help.
No, it made it so much worse. I'm disappointed in my goat now, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like when I get in trouble, when I do stuff, I'm sure I'm going to do something stupid again in my career.
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen.
We all do.
People are going to be mad
We're
at us.
human beings. Like, I'm going to try my best, but I'm sure, and I don't know, I always try to own up to it. That is weird. What a weird way to end this episode. What a weird way to respond.
Yeah.
What a
Well, that's
weird
never happened to us
person on
before.
camera thing to say. Yeah. I'm like you. You're right. I'm like still processing it. That is such a weird ass way.
I
to
am
reply.
when we're done recording, I'm literally just going to walk around the house going, what the fuck?
And then the fact that he like blurred it because he clearly knew it was bad.
I mean, what are the odds they didn't see the passenger speedometer in the edit?
Oh, I mean, I think it's clear they would have blurred it. There's no way somebody left that in intentionally. If they already blurred one, it was clearly like, oh shit,
It's
he's
like,
speeding in a school
But not all
zone.
these things can be true at once. Either
But
he's
you know what I'm just thinking about? They could have included any part other on that clip where it didn't show the speed or the school zone.
he didn't have to
He
be
could have just been
speeding in a
doing that
car
on
at
the
all
road.
for that video. It's about his video gear.
Yeah, that does feel more reckless.
Go film
and-
fucking iPhones. That's what, like, I don't.
There's nothing wrong with driving fast in a car that's safe or whatever. But it was clearly midday.
That would, like,
School zone 35.
think about how much different
He's
this would be if
cooked.
he just took the car on a track and fucking ripped it. Everyone would be like, "Oh, that was fucking sick."
Yeah.
Or even on the
Damn.
highway, like it's not asking
Yeah,
much. Like,
Dude, somebody else was saying, like, people have been going to his recent videos and they're like, in a Porsche video, he was doing 85 on the highway, but the speed limit was 75. Like, which again, that seems more like everyone has done 85 and a 75 on the highway because it's a high flow of traffic. There's not children around. Like,
yeah, 96 in what is normally
yeah,
a
maybe I'm
35
not. I'm trying to think because that road. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
think about like how narrow that road probably is.
Yeah, the more
It's
I'm thinking
probably
about
not
this,
a
the more I'm like,
straight
why did
shot.
I?
Like going that fast on that road is nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, now that I'm
that's
like I guess I realized I hadn't thought about it before I spoke, which is usually my problem.
Like,
this
look
is
how
like the
close
slow-mo
look
clip.
how narrow the road is.
Yeah.
He's cooking.
Is there a full? I want to. Surely somebody has the full speed clip.
Oh, no,
Dexerto on Twitter. I know, but I want to see. Oh no, that's too small of a road, bro. Wait, I didn't know it was that. It was hard to tell. Yeah, wait. Oh, he's just. Wait, why are you doing 9? It's a 2-lane road, bro.
I mean, there's like
that's
if
actually
anything
crazy.
out of the ordinary would have happened on that road, there are no
or
good
like
results.
a deer. That looks like a deer population area. That would just dude,
New Jersey-ish. Like if okay, even if he tried to react to something coming into that road, everyone in that car's dead.
Yeah, this is
like his team's in the car.
Worse.
He's driving 1 billion miles an hour. The people on the road are in danger. The people in the car are in danger. It's just like, why, bro? Why? I have
goes from
listen.
40?
I have sped as well. Have you sped 96 miles an hour and a 35 with your employees in the car?
Or even in like alone. I don't think I'm trying to think if I ever gone 96 on a road like that. No.
I think I've gone 90 in like a 45 before. Like when I was in high school or something, but
yeah, you got to be in a safe area.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was at 90 miles an hour.
Wait, really?
Oh, I'm an old man. I'm not trying to go real fast, you know?
I mean, I'm not driving dangerously, but like
I speed.
Highway,
like I'm usually always 10,
not
15 miles an hour of the speed limit, but I'm not trying to hit 90.
See, I like going fast, but I'm usually doing it when it's
safe.
I mean, it's on a highway usually. Always, actually. I'm not like going crazy fast on.
It's not a school zone? That's where I do it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
That's
really rough.
That's weird. That's weird that he did that on the podcast. Now I'm like, yeah, that's bad.
We were really
pulling for him, and then he was like, "I did something silly." He. That's weird. That's weird. Why would you say that? You just got to be like, "Hey, I was speeding in a school zone," or maybe do you think he got a lawyer and they're like, "You can't say on camera that you did." Like, do you think that's a thing where like New York could press charges?
Then he shouldn't say anything. But he's got a whole. He's got like. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is so insane. I don't know what to do. Either way. Yeah. What a crazy thing, man. Oh.
Yeah, he's getting flamed. Oh. Does look like a sick Lambo, though. I mean, I get why he wants to drive at night. That's like the newest. That's like the 500-600K Lambo. It's my dream vehicle. But you can't be doing that in a school zone, buddy.
Yeah. Can't be doing anything close to that number in a school zone. That's the whole point. All right.
Okay.
Well, that
this podcast went an hour longer than I was supposed to, but
yeah, on that horrible mood-ruining note.
Yeah.
Thanks for. I'm not like we shouldn't even
drive
play the
safe.
Theme song.
If anything, if you're a speeder, good luck, because you better slow down.
Yeah. I mean, let's not even play any. We can't play the Genius Bar outro music. Like, we just gotta go.
Oh, we still can. We can still play it. Guys, thank you for coming to this episode of the Genius Bar.
Oh, it does feel nice. You're right. You were right.
I feel it feels a little lighter. We weren't the ones speeding. We don't.
You're right. You're right. I'm not sorry for shit.
We're the new top tech YouTuber.
Oh man, Marquez. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everybody. Sorry if we ruined your day also.
Ooh, here's a question.
That's how it happens.
Here's an outro question. Ooh, this is a juicy. This is gonna get the neurons turning.
Okay. Oh boy.
It's not Marquez that did it. It's me. What do you say during the next podcast? What do you say to me?
Oh, I know exactly. I know what I'm doing. Oh, wait till the song ends. Okay, if Sam did it, none of this would be a public conversation. As my friend, I would ask you and I would talk to you about it and hear you out. And first of all, I know you wouldn't go, yeah, it's kind of silly, huh? And then move on. I know that you would feel bad about it, number one. But I wouldn't, you're my best friend. I wouldn't be on the show and using it for content. I would definitely recommend and ask that on the next episode of Genius Bar, without me prompting you, you address it. But none of that podcast is going to be me interrogating you.
See, but I think that'd be really good content. I actually highly encourage you to.
It would be really good content, but this is a serious that's. I know really
you're right.
Not. That's actually
you're
dangerous.
Right.
It's not like a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned for more updates on this story.
What would you do if I did it?
Well, yeah, I would obviously talk to you private way beforehand and be like, bro.
You're going to blast me on the show.
No, I wouldn't not bring it up to you and then be like, so tell me about the school zone. I wouldn't do it like that. I wouldn't checkmate you on the podcast. But obviously in our conversations before, I'd be like, hey, how do you want to talk about this on the show? And I don't know. It kind of makes it's weird.
Would you be super mad at me privately?
I think here's what I'd be like, Jon, of all the things going on in your life, this is what we needed now. Yeah. That would be my genuine reaction. Yeah. I'd be like, you can't even finish a documentary and you're doing 96 in a school zone. Like, bro, you're better than I would literally just be disappointed, not mad. That would be my response. I feel like that's much worse. I feel like that's how I am with all my friends. I'm always disappointed, not mad.
Yikes. Yeah, man, it's
Hey, you should flash up on the screen. This is really the idiot bar. And right now, the only person here this week is Marques.
Just put him on the side of the screen.
Hold on, I gotta pull up a picture. This is your punishment, Marques. Why is that picture kind of funny? Why does he look scared? How do I make this big?
Might have to save it or something. Oh my god.
What is good, bro? Here.
You made a grave error.
There we go. All right.
Just you and the boy.
The boy. Just me and the boys.
Oh, man. Yeah. All right. We love
you
guys.
On Reddit? Wait, no. This is getting juicy.
There's more? I can't take any more.
Wait, I just saw it. Oh, wait. People have a list of his controversies?
No, bro. Wait, what are they?
This is getting so juicy. Hold on.
No!
Speeding incident, sponsored content, panels, app adjustment. Oh, these are just, no, it's just, that is crazy.
That's two things.
Okay, we got to go. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Sorry about the mood at the end.
It's okay. Hey, nobody got hurt except him at the end of the day, so that's good.
You know what? I'm disappointed in Marques, but he saved this episode. He just doesn't know it yet.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.